Hello, I'm from the Liberal Party. Australia is about to have an election, and we're here to get Australia back on crack, starting with our nuclear plan. Nuclear power is an impressive technology and a source of zero-emission energy. So the cooked part of our nuclear plan isn't the nuclear bit, but the our plan bit. Let's take a look. Will our plan make electricity cheaper? No. Experts say it'll increase your energy bills. Even our senator for saying the quiet part out loud said...
It ain't the cheapest form of power.
In fact, CSIRO's latest report shows it would be the most expensive form of power, twice the cost of the cheapest form, renewables. And yes, they did factor in batteries and transmission lines. But why trust our science agency when you can trust the costings we release just before Christmas so you wouldn't notice they're utter bullshit? How good are small modular reactors? Do we know of any that are commercially available? No. Do we know when they'll be available? No. Do we know the cost? No, but...
If you don't know, vote no.
How good are big nuclear reactors? Dato says we'll build the first one in 12 years. Is that realistic? Let's ask some other Western democracies. Hello, I'm from the government of France, where our latest nuclear power station took 20 years to build from announcement to completion at 4 times the cost. And I'm from the British government, where our nuclear plant is taking 23 years to build at triple the cost. And here at the US government, our latest nuclear plant took 18 years. And our hearts go out to the people of Georgia, who'll pay billions more on their energy bills due to its cost blowouts. Sure, all these countries have decades of experience with nuclear, but you can trust us, the party that couldn't build car parks, in collaboration with the party that can't build a railway, to build a nuclear power station from scratch cheaper and faster than them. The UAE did it. Hello, I'm from the United Arab Emirates, where we built a nuclear power station in just 15 years, end to end. All you need to be is an authoritarian state that employs slave labour. Gina would love slave labour. Sadly, Australia's a democracy with laws to protect our workers and environment. It also has nuclear bans at both federal and state levels. Do we have a plan to repeal them? No. Where will we store the waste? Where will the nuclear plants go? Here and here. Have we asked the folks living there? No. But if they refuse, we'll just force them to sell the land. What could go wrong? When you put all this together, you can see why the chances of Australia getting a nuclear reactor in less than 20 years, if we get one at all, are approximately... fuck all. And here's the kicker. 20 years from now, renewables are projected to power 96% of our grid. And we're almost halfway there, as Australia built the equivalent of 6 nuclear reactors worth of wind and solar in just the last 6 years. So do we even need nuclear? Oh, sweetie, we don't give a shit about nuclear. We just want to slow down this. Because what will Australia need to fill the energy gap while it waits 20 years for this? That's right, more of this and this. Which brings us to the real aim of our nuclear plan, keeping Australia dependent on fossil fuels, or as we call it, Project Gina. So to sum up, we want to pretend to build nuclear plants we don't need, on land we don't own, in states that don't want it, using your money to keep our clapped-out coal plants alive, increasing the risk of blackouts, and make you pay for the most expensive form of energy today, while you wait for us to bring you an even more expensive form of energy, thereby increasing our emissions, reneging on our climate commitments, and jacking up your electricity bills, all so we can keep Gina and these nutbags happy. Vote Liberal and get Australia back on crack. Authorised by Gina. Hello, I'm from the Labor Party, and we'd just like to say we love this episode, because this nuclear debate is doing a great job of distracting from how we're busy expanding coal mines and offshore gas developments. So keep it up.
I saw a man brought to life. He was born, he came around like he was dignified. He showed me what it was to cry. Well, you couldn't be that man I adored. You don't seem to know, seem to care what your heart is for. But I don't know him anymore. There's nothing where he used to lie. Our conversation has run dry. That's what's going on. Nothing's fine, I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I am shamed, lying naked guess the fortune teller's right. Should have seen just what was there and not some holy light. But you crawled beneath my veins and now I don't care. I have no luck. I don't miss it all that much. There's just so many things that I can't touch. I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I am shamed. Lying naked on the floor. Illusion never changed into something real. I'm wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn. You're a little late. I'm already torn. There's nothing where you used to lie. My inspiration has run dry. And that's what's going on. Nothing's right, I'm torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I am shamed. Lying naked on the floor. Illusion never changed into something real. I'm wide awake and I can see the perfect sky is torn. I'm all out of faith. This is how I feel. I'm cold and I am shamed. Bound and broken on the floor. You're a little late. I'm already torn.
Jimmy on the beat, boy.
Okay, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. 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 BOOMER, please, your dusty mood don't vibe with me. You are all and so therefore I must say 10 for dinosaur. Hey. Okay, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. Okay, boomer. Okie dokie, boomer.
Let's see if I can get us in here. Are we here? We're here. We're here.
You did it.
We did
We
it.
crawled off our deathbeds to get here, but we're here.
Yes, we did. And I want to shout out Kamshwari Kate. Thank you so much for that donation, Kate, over on Ko-Fi. It is so appreciated.
Ko-Fi.
Believe me. And
Okay,
guess who dropped another donation in the chat deck there? Jax Page. Always, Jax, what's going on, Jax?
Hope
Good
you're
to
well.
see you.
Hope you're well.
I hope you're well, Jax. Hope everything's going good. Say hi to Elfie for us. And the Crazy Puppet is in the house. Hi, friends.
Puppet.
Hi, Crazy Puppet. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much. You're always so generous. I can't tell you. All of
Always,
you,
yeah.
your hearts, your good wishes. And I wanna make a special shout out also to Natalie Williams. Thank you, Natalie, for this wonderful get well
She
card.
said best cards. So does Kate.
Wonderful,
You guys send
wonderful.
the best cards. So does Jody. So we have the most heartfelt, sweetest, just genuine, great people in our community, Oz. We may not have hundreds of followers, thousands of followers, but we have amazing followers.
Yes, we
have
sure
such a good
do. We sure,
community.
and they're here every week, and we
Every week, every
so
show.
we do so appreciate that, guys. Let me
Yes,
call
we do.
everybody out who came in. Popeye's in the house. Peace Dove is in here. Chris Alger is busy, but hopefully
Hey,
Chris will be
Chris.
back. Good to see you. And of course, Natalie Williams there again. Natalie. I hope you like that coffee, Natalie. The dandelion
so
tea is
good.
fantastic. It's a little different at first, but after you drink it for a while,
But it makes you feel good.
and you're addicted to it after a while. It's great. Dandelion
Yeah,
tea
you are.
all the way.
Took me a while to get used to it.
All the way. It is. It is good. Anthony, what's going on, Anthony? Hi, Anthony. Deborah Grossbach is in the house. Riley Martin. Hi, Riley. What's going on?
Hi, Riley. What's
Fred
up?
Edward. Good to see you, Fred. Thanks for sharing us
Fred.
out there, Fred. We
Come on,
really,
dinosaur.
we appreciate it so much, Fred. Every week you're doing the thing, Fred, and it is so appreciated. There's Jack's page again. Hey, Jack. Jax, and let me see, who else do I have in here? I think I've got just about Jody Havel is in the house. What's going on, Jody? And Vic. Hey, Vic. What's up, Vic? How you
Hey,
doing,
Vic. What's up, Vic?
Good to see you. Steve G is in the house. Good to see you, Steve. Bear with me, guys. I'm like Shanda said, we crawled to this show tonight. We really did.
We did crawl to this
We
show
did.
tonight, but we're here. We're gonna do
Shane
it.
Piper is in the house, and let's see
Shane
who's
Piper.
over on the Rumble. 420 Barbusi, and Go Starts over on the Rumble and the Rockfin. We got Zoxo Vix is over on the Fin. Do we have anybody else? Trailer Park Pundit?
I don't know.
or-
Did you get Steve Wolfrant? Did I miss Steve?
I didn't get Steve. Hi, Steve.
Steve
Wolfrant.
Wolfrant's hanging out. Hey, Steve,
Hey,
what's
going
up?
on, Steve?
And
Good
let's
to
see, over at the trailer park, we got Taco Kid from Alamo Town. Good
Taco
to see you.
Kid. Good to see you.
And
Taco Kid.
the Imperium.
Let me
Is that what
stop
it
that.
is?
Sorry, the Imperium. Yes, the Imperium.
And Cryon, good to see you. Anthony's over there, along with Cold Fusion Gaming. Who is that guy?
Who
Let me
is that
see.
guy? Who is
Who
that
is
guy?
on the Rockfin? Why can't I get logged into Rockfin?
I don't know. Why can't you? get
Is
logged in?
Rockfin down? Rockfin's
Yeah.
not letting me in.
I don't think it's down.
Come on, Rockfin. Okay, I got in. Hold on.
Come
Hold on, I
come
got
on.
in. Let's see. Let's click on the live one. There we go. Okay, over on the Rockfin, we got Anna Maris. Hi, Anna.
Anna, good to see you, Anna.
Anna's over there with Zoxo Voxo Vix.
Sox
Zoxo,
is
good to
over there.
see you.
Yeah. Well, did we get everybody?
I think we got everybody that's chatting for now. Crazy Puppet, thank you so much. You're just you've helped us so much with all of your donations over the years and keeping us going. You are amazing. So thank you.
And we've got another big one over on the coffee. We got $500 from Crazy Puppet over on the coffee. Thank
Wow.
you so much. So appreciated. I can't tell you how much we appreciate it. Sincerely. And with that, I think that's a good segue into some news that I got. Don't you think, Shanda?
Yeah, I think that it's time to break the news. I
Yeah.
broke my bad news. It's your turn to break your bad news.
It's my turn to break my bad news, and I brought this new graphic up just for this occasion. You're going to notice on the deck tonight that we've got all new graphics and refaces and all kinds of fun stuff. We hope you enjoy them. We kicked the
Yeah,
deck
you've
up
done a great
notch.
job.
We kicked the deck up a notch. But yes, I got my biopsy results back, and I have to say, tell everybody, I am the newest member to the Cancer Club. So everybody, it's not nearly what Shanda's going through, but it's there, and we're going to be talking about it with my doctor in 2 weeks. And it's not, like I said, it's not anything like what Shanda's going through, but I am a member of the club with
matter.
Shanda. And
Fuck cancer.
gotta tell you guys, I'm in great company with my sister, my BFF, and my inspiration. And I'm right there with you, Chanda. And
I
we share
prayed
this
that
now.
you would come back and not be in this club with me. It is the most terrible club to be in. And I hope that we caught it early enough with you that we can get some naturopath. And I'm, anticipating you talking to your doctor and finding out more of how we can slow this down, stop it. And fuck cancer.
Yes,
It's
cancer.
not fair. It's not right that so many of us are fighting it, and so many of you are going to be fighting it and are fighting it. And fuck cancer, Oz. And I'm so sorry. I never wanted you here with me.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it so much, and I everybody's heart's been in the right place for you, and I know that's in the right place for me. And the support has been fantastic, and
always, yes. I wouldn't have made it. I wouldn't have made it these last 6 months without our community.
Yeah, it's really
and
tough.
You,
but Chanda and I are fighters, as obviously we're
here. Yeah, we're here.
We're here. So, we've got our little graphics back there, and I'm just going to move right along into the show.
Great.
And we're going to, we changed up the deck. I've got a new graphic on Satire for Chanda, and Oz Beetlejuice is going to take a vacation next
He's going to
week.
go bye-bye.
And we're going to get another graphic for Oz up there. But the show is Satire, unless we mean it, of course.
Sometimes.
And, which is quite often these days. And we're going to keep doing what we can do.
Oz is going to beat it. I know Oz is going to beat it.
Yeah, well.
You're going to beat this back. I know you are.
Yeah, well, I've got you to take notes from and do everything the right way, what you're doing, and I will meet it head on. Like I said, you're my inspiration. And we're just going to do that.
Just keep going. There's nothing else I know how to do. I did see the doctor this week, and I will give you guys a full update on Monday when I see you guys for Trailer Park Pundit.
Yeah, and as soon as I talk to my doctor, I will let you know too. So we've got that in common, and we're going to go forward and be fully open with what we can tell you guys. And we're not here to upset you. We're here to appreciate you and bring you into our family with our personal stuff that's going on. And we're just going to be fighting and try and be an inspiration.
Hey, we're just everyday fucking people, and we're just, if we're fighting it, so is everybody else.
So is everybody else. That's just the way it is. And, there's people that got some rough stuff going on right now, and I haven't noticed too many people talking about this plane crash this last week. We had a couple of them, but this one, hearts are heavy for 14 members of the figure skating community among the victims of the DC plane crash. And we saw that earlier in the week, and we had what was that? That was a medical jet that crashed also.
In Philly. In Philly. Yeah, I covered it all on my show on Monday. I kind of went through all of them. But, Oz, you and I are big time figure skating fans. You always bring a lot of figure skating clips to the show. And we know you guys love them. So what a tragic loss for the figure skating community, especially of such young talent that had so much promise. And, I feel like we had to at least honor them and say something.
Yes, I think that that it's the least we could do is to honor them with this dedication. And I've got a figure skating thing here, and I need a break after breaking the news because I'm trying to keep a brave face on here, and I know Chanda,
me too.
So we're going to honor everybody that has died in horrible accidents this week, and this one, of course, is the dedication to the ice skating team that we lost, and their families too were on that plane. Much of their families were on it.
To everybody lost on these planes.
The name of it is Salvatore. I think I'm pronouncing it right, but it's beautiful. It's a beautiful skate, and I hope it does justice.
I haven't even watched it yet, so I'm excited to see it.
Here we go, guys.
be blue and green, neon too. Everything looks better from above my king, like aquamarine, ocean's blue. Soft ice cream. All the lights are sparkling for you, it seems, on the downtown scenes, shady blue. Beatboxing and rapping in the summer rain, like a boss you'd sing jazz and blues. Soft ice cream. The summer's wanted, I've been waiting for you all this time. I adore you, can't you see? You're meant for me. The summer's hot, but I've been cold without you. I was so wrong not to tell Madeline, tangerine trees. Catch me if you can, working on my tan, Salvatore. Dying by the hand of a foreign man, happily. Calling out my name in the summer rain, ciao amore. Salvador can wait, now it's time to eat soft ice cream. Calciatore. La 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 la, la 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 la, limousines. Ciao amore. La 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 la, la 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 la, soft ice cream.
Wow. That was so beautiful. So beautiful. Wow. Thank
You
you
like-
so much for making that for us, Oz.
It's the least I could do. Definitely. See, we got another super chat down there, huh?
Crazy Puppet, you so crazy. Thank you so much. More for care. You are such a sweetheart. Look at the chat, loving you up as well as they should. We thank you so much. You guys are so amazing to us.
I can't thank you enough. I
know, I'm
thank you,
speechless.
Thank
I'm
you.
just-
Always.
Yeah, I just become
Always.
speechless.
Yeah, it is. It's amazing. I guess we better kick this show off. We've got all the
Okay,
important
we've had
stuff out.
enough sadness for the last 15 minutes. Let's kick this show off and get some laughs in. I think we need some laughs. It's Saturday night. Let's laugh.
It is Saturday night. Let's give it a laugh. What do you got here? Who's the money man there?
Well, you remember this money guy, right? He used to sell a book in the 90s about ways to get the money from the government. Well, here you go.
I'm Matthew Lesko, and the government's giving away more money than ever before! $85 billion to help bank executives take a vacation! $25 billion to make cars that people don't want to buy! $6 $600 billion to subsidize subprime lending practices that got us in this mess in the first place. Who cares about hyperinflation, crippling debt, or a massive tax burden on your grandkids? It's all free! It's all free!
Oh my
So
God.
what did we see this week? We saw what the USAID takedown. We're gonna talk about it. But Oz, when I saw that video, I couldn't help but think of this guy, Jordan Peterson.
Jordan Peterson.
Is it the same energy? Is it just me?
Same
I think
clothes.
it's the same energy.
Same
Yeah,
clothes.
same clothes, but except for his shoes have got little Star of David for Israel on his shoes, I'm sure.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. That's whatever. Yeah, but that does have the same energy. So most definitely.
It does.
Yeah. Are we
So we got to come up with a new name. Okay, so we had Crackhead Barbie, and then we had Nazi Barbie, right?
Yeah.
What are we gonna call this one?
Well, what's her real name?
I only remember her last name. Damn it.
Love it.
Well, just play it. Love it. Yeah, her last
Yeah.
name's Love It, but
Why not Love It, Barbie?
Love It, Barbie. No, I had a good name for her. I lost it. I'll think of it. You guys come up with a good name in the chat. What should she be? We had Crackhead Barbie, Nazi Barbie. We always name Trump's press secretary something Barbie.
Yeah, not that we didn't name Corinne Jean-Pierre, things.
She was a clown. I mean, come
Yeah.
on, she was
Clown
easy.
Barbie.
I mean,
Yeah.
Christian Barbie, yeah.
Christian Barbie.
Bible thumper Barbie, yeah. End times Barbie. Oh, I like that one, Popeye.
End times Barbie.
Yeah.
That's got. We'll mull these around and let you know on the next show what we
Definitely
what we
one will
decide on.
stick eventually.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Is she saying something here?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay,
Zionist Barbie. Oh, that's the best
continue
one
to
so
be
far.
on our hearts, and the president and this administration are committed to ensuring that these individuals get the funding that they need. And I would just say a strong message to Democrats who are out there pretending to be outraged about the long list of crap that this administration is cutting, federal waste and funding, like $2 million for sex changes in Guatemala, $6 million to fund
not
tourism
Guatemala.
in Egypt, $20 million on a new Sesame Street show in Iraq, $4.5 million to
great
combat
thing for that.
disinformation in Kazakhstan. I could go on, and I'm happy to provide this list to every single one of you. Democrats are outraged that the American people want to be, they want their taxpayers going to good uses, not stuff like this. But then they're very quiet about the fact that there are still North Carolinians and people in California who have lost everything. And in the last 4 years, this federal government did nothing to help them. This president will continue to put Americans first. And I think the successes of this week so far speak to that. And it's only Wednesday. So I'll see you guys later this week, and we'll see you this afternoon. Thank you very much.
Oh, she is cold as ice. What do you think about that? Do you disagree with anything that she said there?
Maybe I'd have to listen to it again. I'm kind of.
I mean, really, I don't disagree. I don't want to be spending money on sex changes in Guatemala. I don't care if we're funding fucking Sesame Street in Iraq. Like,
Well, here's the
these are all
bottom.
things I don't care for.
Here's the bottom line. USAID has been the bank for the CIA for
God, yeah.
coups and heinous stuff around the world for a long time. So no, I want USAID reformed completely, and if that takes freezing and burning everything down for a week, fine. But you can't tell me that they can't
Why do we
have.
even need it?
Yeah, why? Yeah, I mean, listen, Trump has done more for North Carolina, the flooding in the last week than Joe Biden's administration did for
Absolutely.
months.
I
So
agree.
obviously they're doing something right today. But as we say, Chanda, we don't trust any of these politicians. They have
Oh, hell
they
no.
have their
Oh,
eye
no.
on the ball. But
Yeah.
if they're doing something right, you better give them credit for it, because when they're doing something wrong, we're going to rip them every single time.
Oh,
So USAID, I think the Democrats are being embarrassing the way they're parsing everything. They're talking about the possible the possible good things that USAID is doing, the possible ones, but I want to see it. I want to see exactly what it's doing down the line. And just my input as an American citizen and taxpayer, and I can't believe I'm paying taxes because we don't make hardly anything anyway.
I know, right? Right.
Yeah, I mean, so I want to see where these tax dollars are going. They should be going to Lahaina. They should be going to North Carolina. They should be going, to Palestine, Ohio. They should be going to Flint. But no, they're
did
going.
you not hear? Elizabeth Warren says you don't have the right to ask where the money's going.
I take great exception to that, Lizzie. So,
She says there is nothing in the Constitution that says ordinary Americans have the right to see what we're spending your tax dollars on.
Well, she's
That's
right.
right.
It doesn't
She
say
said
that
it.
in the Constitution. It's an assumed courtesy for your voting base and your taxpayers. If you're paying taxes on something, just like when you go to the market or have to pay for anything, you want to see what you're getting for your money. I mean, common sense. I want to see it. So she can go fly a rope. Is that a bad thing to say about her? But anyway.
Oh God, that's probably the nicest thing that's been said about her all freaking week, and
She's
all of
been
the
horrible.
crying Dems.
She's been
all of them
horrible.
have been. Cory Booker, all of the squad. We haven't seen shit from the squad lately, but they showed up this week to cry, right?
Yeah, they have. And you brought Chucky, right?
Oh, here's Chucky. He's very upset about USAID headquarters and the staff being laid off.
Well,
Fired.
that's really something coming from a foreign agent such as himself. So,
Also know this is just the beginning. If Doge attacks USAID today, then you can be sure they'll move on to another target tomorrow. Who knows? Maybe it'll be the Postal Service or the IRS or even the Social Security Administration. They could be next. Or maybe our national security agencies.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Anyway, last week...
Oh no.
I mean, the post office has been defunded by the Democrats more than anybody. Let's see what he says. Social Security Administration. We already know that fucking Elon is in there grabbing data. What do you guys think? He's just doing this for free, like out of the kindness of his heart?
They're data mining
he's getting
everything.
Data out of it. Yes, exactly.
They're data mining everything. They've been doing it for God knows how long. And I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but everybody's doing it at that level. So again, it's crazy. And then this monster right here, you brought
Samantha
this.
Powers.
What? She's responsible for murder, death, kill around the world too. So, am I playing her? We're listening to her. Okay.
Yeah. Let's hear her cry.
Well, you can imagine when you suddenly in your inbox find a termination notice or a leave of absence notice that you didn't expect to get on a flawed predicate that you're doing radical leftist insubordination. It's pretty jarring. And because there's so many lies and falsehoods circulating and so many claims that people are sort of not with the program, I think people are just completely dislocated. There's no stable ground on which to walk. And then, of course,
have to go back to
most
work.
of them have been laid off, so they're worried about how they're going to pay the bills and how they're going to make rent. But maybe the part that is the most striking and for me inspiring, if not surprising, having worked there for 4 years, is that the people who work at USAID did not come to work at USAID for the money. The civil servants, the foreign servants, the contractors.
Oh my God.
They came to USAID because they wanted to make a difference in the world, because they saw America's interests as tied up with the interests of people, vulnerable people around the world. And so even as they're struggling to figure out how to make rent, all of a sudden,
you believe this shit?
They're most struggling with the fear that so many millions of people who relied on us as a country, on USAID as an agency, but on them as individuals, that those individuals out in the world have no place to turn. And indeed, they're showing up and finding health clinics shuttered and soup kitchens closed and advisors who were helping governments renegotiate debt with China. Those advisors, now taken off the books. So just the wreckage in the world is what the USAID staff that I'm in touch with are carrying with them. That's what's keeping them up at night, as much as the question of what am I going to do tomorrow, and how do I take care of my family?
Everything she just said is bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, come on. We all know it was a big money laundering fucking scheme, like all of these are. It's a way for them to move money into the pockets of whatever bullshit they're doing. Like, let's say the Ukrainian fucking coup in 2014. How do we fund it? Oh, I know. We'll give a shit ton of money to the White Helmets via USAID. Crazy Puppet says, let's be honest, the USAID tools abroad were used intentionally in the U.S. to create January 6th fiasco.
Fiasco's a kind word, too. It's
Yeah, fiasco is a kind word. We called that from day one. Do you remember, Oz?
Yeah,
You
well,
knew that
Pasta
they
and
didn't have
Fee were on the
security.
ground. We were talking to them at that
Exactly.
time. They were calling
We
bullshit on it,
fucking
too.
knew.
So,
We
yeah.
knew.
Yeah, did I hear
So
that
I'm not sad.
Did I hear that Chelsea
That's-
Clinton's getting lots of USAID
Oh,
money?
it's in the deck. I didn't forget it. Believe me, I promise. We're getting.
I haven't vetted any of this stuff. I'm waiting for the actual list that I can see with my own two yarbles. So, yeah, this is what.
Well,
what
Zionist Barbie had it. To everyone about to get fired in D.C., learn to cope. That's what Joe told 10,000 pipeline workers he fired on day one. Yeah, you remember that?
Who's this young lady?
She's a Trump supporter who's making funny.
Oh, okay. How do you like that graphic of Linda?
Rapture Barbie. I like that one too.
Yeah, that's a good.
I
one.
like that reface. That's a great reface.
Yeah, yeah. Linda looks great there. Here we go.
I was just laid off from USAID. It's been a rough day. For the past 3 years, I've been working with carrier pigeons in Madagascar to recognize the difference between the name brand Doritos and the generic, like, Great Value brand. I have spent over $72 million on this project, and I was literally on the verge of a breakthrough, and the funding has been cut. I know I'm going to get through this, but I would ask that you would send prayers and thoughts, and, you know, can also Venmo me if you feel the need. And also just respect my privacy at this time. It's been tough.
Is that really a stretch, Oz? Is it, carrier pigeons telling the difference between freaking Doritos? I mean, that's what I feel like when I see this list. And
What's
I
a breakthrough? She was being funny, right? That was satire.
Yeah,
Thank God.
that was satire. But it might as well be real, right? I mean, fuck, you can believe that shit nowadays.
Got another super chat there from the Crazy Puppet.
Crazy Papa says U.S. AID comes from the Pentagon. Oh, hell yeah. That's their fucking piggy bank. That's how they move money.
Got that right. And
they pay assholes just like these. Remember when we brought all of these fuck Hollywoods just a couple of months ago?
You know what?
Stiller
Ben Stiller, and they're all denying it. They're all denying it. So,
oh, yeah, Sean Penn, come on, please.
They did it out of the goodness of their heart. Yeah, I know.
Well, this says that Orlando Bloom was paid $8 million by USAID to take these photos. So, they were trying to bolster Zelensky's image by having him hang out with some people. Hey, if Orlando likes him, you should like him too. Well, let's move a little money through the Pentagon, through USAID. And
hey, you know what? They the Kamala Harris campaign, they learned that from USAID when they were paying like Beyonce $10 million for 2 minutes and nothing.
God,
so
right?
it's incredible.
Not Orlando Bloom. Oh yeah, they're all bought.
Bloom. Oh, they're all Hollywood. Hollywood is no more, everybody. It's all gone.
Yeah, I know.
It's bullshit.
It needs to be no more.
You brought one of my unfavorite congressional.
Can I make a quick observation? And I'm not trying to be mean because I have gained weight with my cancer treatments. But is it just me, or is something up with AOC? She's put on some weight now. I don't know if it's those fancy DC.
Pregnant.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a fancy DC fucking $10,000 a plate dinners or if she's pregnant. But something's up.
Yeah, either that or she had a breast augmentation. So let's see what she said here.
I agree. I think she's pregnant too.
Is probably
one of the most unintelligent billionaires I have ever met or seen or witnessed.
Talking about Musk?
Yeah.
Which, you know, you can probably even glean that from watching these people on TV. Anyways, all of that is to say is that they don't do their homework. Clearly, like, they're putting 19-year-olds in at the Treasury. This dude is not smart.
But we put you in.
In the lack of intelligence and the lack of expertise that Elon has. I mean, this guy is one of the most morally vacant, but also just least knowledgeable about these systems that we really know of.
She's trying to say somebody is stupid, but she's just sounding stupid.
Is that what that means is that they're going to hit a button. Inevitably, they are going to hit a button, and things can go sideways.
AOC is AOC expecting Willie? I didn't know that.
Willie Bragg says AOC is expecting. I called that a couple of weeks ago.
Thank
AOC
you, Willie.
discovered
Appreciate
ICE
that.
has a detention center outside of every 7-Eleven because she's so smart.
AOC
That
get married?
cartoon.
That I didn't know.
Yeah, I don't know if she actually got married, but she's lived with her boyfriend. You want to go back one slide because the chat's loving that cartoon that says, "You're a skinhead, you bitch." No, AOC, it's leukemia. Leukemia what? Stop speaking German, you fucking Nazi.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's terrible.
Come on.
Oh my gosh. Well, AOC shouldn't be throwing rocks in a glass house, as far as I'm concerned.
Oh my God. I know, to say he's so stupid. Yeah, people have been saying that about you for years.
Yeah, money doesn't make you rich or make you intelligent. That's for sure. I'm
right.
Oh my God. AOC discovers ICE has a detention centers outside every 7-Eleven. Well, that's been around for a long time. I knew that. Oh my God. You brought this one, Chanda.
Let's see. Elon Musk says recovering from neck surgery hurts a lot, but it was necessary. And Fox says stop sucking Israel's cock, problem solved.
Oh my God. That's terrible. That's terrible.
So
are we rated
easy.
PG or are we rated R? I think we're rated R. We're okay.
We're rated R. Come on, we've been rated R all
Great to
along.
have you at such
Your
an
buddy
important
Bill's
time
on The
for
View.
country, because it seems like today's tech billionaires are shifting rightward and seem to have more power than even the VP.
Oh, because
whose name I
Bill's
can't
never had any
remember.
power, Whoopi.
Of these people were, kind of individual, and
there's no club.
I'm very focused on global health, and hope the transition to this
we know
administration doesn't interrupt some incredible work
that's
going
Barbie.
on.
Well, they had some VIP seating at the inauguration, and we did notice you weren't there. What do you make of that visual?
He probably wasn't invited.
They clearly wanted to fund the inauguration. They wanted it to be a great inauguration, just for the good of the country, no doubt.
Is he trying to be funny?
I don't know, because they all do that.
They're all laughing, though.
Joe Biden's inauguration was upwards of $20 million, I think, if I remember right. So what is he talking
and
about?
who paid for that?
And Obama's
Miriam
inauguration.
Adelson?
Yeah, I mean, what the hell? I'm not making
We all know who
excuses.
pays
They all
for
do
this
it.
shit, right?
They all do
freaking do it.
Yeah, so whatever.
Is that Ryan Grimm? Are you skipping the Ryan Grimm?
You know what? Ryan Grimm's out there calling everybody stupid for saying that USAID paid like political and funded all these other things.
And that's not even true. I think Li Feng did a really good job of debunking that whole thing. If you've been paying attention,
yeah,
the political thing. Not
if
so
I
much,
was Ryan Grimm, I wouldn't be spouting his intelligence by calling somebody else stupid, because he's been caught in his bullshit many a time. That's why I didn't bring that slide. None of that's been vetted. Like I said early on in the show, I want to see the list. The actual vetted list, the sourced information about what USAID has been paying for. So, and I'm sorry, Elizabeth Warren, but I'm a taxpayer and I want to see where my tax dollars are going. So there you go.
Absolutely. Well, Willie Bragg's hitting us with a super chat. He wants to clear something up. I am not the cause of her expecting, he says. She and I have never met, and I make too much fun of her almost daily on Twitter. Well, keep it up. We love the fun you make of
I wouldn't wish that on anybody, Willie. I'm more power to you, man.
Thanks for the super chat.
That's good.
And Crazy Puppet says a Biden baby in AOC's oven. Oh my gosh, that's too terrible.
I got a horrible
Puppet,
visual.
you're so crazy.
I'm gonna have to have therapy. I'm gonna have to have therapy after that super chat. Crazy Puppets.
So remember that all that money that the Clinton Foundation got for Haiti?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That they built they built 14 houses with it or something like that.
Was it 14? I thought it was like 4.
I maybe not even 14. I don't know.
Well, it turns out Chelsea Clinton ended up with most of it. Like to the tune of $80 million, 80 plus.
Oh yeah, she's got a big food program. It's $1,147 per meal. I think that's what. That's what the math. That's what the math worked out to. Last thing I said, I don't know if it's true, but
dude,
nothing surprises me.
Totally paid for her wedding. Yes, Haiti paid for her wedding. Her wedding dress, everything.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. From now on, money laundering will be called foreign aid. I think it's been called that for a long time. I'm glad you got Bill Maher and what's the guy, Conan O'Brien up there.
Conan O'Brien. I'm sad to see Susan Sarandon down there. And let's see. This says, just got the word that I've been let go after USAID was defunded. My NGO was responsible for coordinating the celebrity response to the American First Culture movement. These cuts are ruining lives. Oh, yeah, to brag about that shit. Like, I brought the celebrities out. I paid them. I paid the celebrities.
Maybe they'll save some lives too. Maybe it's one of those things where, oh, you brought Hillary? Why'd you bring Hillary?
Well, Hillary's very fucking set about this. And if she's upset, then you better be looking into it. Hillary says Elon Musk is mounting a blitzkrieg-style administrational coup of the U.S. government, accessing and editing critical systems that manage everything from Social Security. They always have to fearmonger and throw Social Security.
Oh, yeah, they're scaring us blueberries,
to private taxpayer info. Join Team Indivisible. Oh my God! Do not join Indivisible. Are we bringing that stupid shit back? Seriously?
You know what? I have a not an Indivisible group, but we have an Indivisible group that's not connected to them. I have had more people try and join that thing this week than I've had.
Shit.
And you know what? I've got a questionnaire now, and
where were they the last 4 years?
Well, they have to do something. And joining a Facebook group is going to do something. So whatever.
Yeah. But it's funny because they came on strong in 2016, right? And when Trump got elected, right? And then we didn't hear another fucking word from them. It was crickets all during Biden. Now here they come again. I'll bet you they're selling scarves and telling you to put a pink pussy hat on.
Well, that was just organizing everybody into this groupthink mess. And that's why my group was indivisible, but it was it had nothing to do with the David Brock greasy pig group. He set that thing up.
Wrote the manifesto for the Indivisible group.
Yeah,
right?
Anything with David Brock is wholly corrupt. So just so you know. Anyway, you've got this.
Former campaign manager of Hillary Clinton. Let's see. Remember what happened the last time we audited the Pentagon?
Yeah, remember what happened.
It happened.
Natalie, there's your label on your coffee. Did you like that? I liked it. I liked it so much, I wanted to make it into a graphic for our show. And we call that, if you order that coffee, it's Humming Blend is the name of that coffee, Shanda. We'll have to
I can't wait to try Humming Blend of Joey's coffee.
Yeah, it's a really good blend. I hope you like it, Natalie. We sent one ground and one bean, so use that ground one first, okay?
She said yes.
What do we got here?
Oh, this is all of us in 50 years.
Oh yeah, I love this. This is great.
I did too. This was funny.
There was trans people back in the day. Yeah, but then Donald Trump and Elon Musk, they made the Holocaust too and wiped them out during World War III. Yeah, and then Elon Musk in about 2026 came out as a cyborg.
I read the history books.
Yeah, they made a bunch of cyborg robots that gave everyone sloppy.
Right, yeah.
Gluck,
gluck.
Yeah, we're gonna go to bed. Okay.
He's going off on,
he's doing
one of those talks.
And they had quantum computers that bent us over and fucked us type shit.
Yeah.
Mystic trans people. They existed, I swear.
Oh my gosh.
They gave us gluck. I'm going to say that from now on.
That's funny. I like the quantum computer that bent us over and fucked us. That was great. That was great.
They gave us gluck.
By the way, I did catch that. Shoulder pad Barbie was one that was put in too. I think the troll sent that one in. So that's in the contention.
Shoulder pad Barbie. That's a good one too.
Yeah. So I think I put this in here. I don't know why I put it in here, but let's see what it is. I think we've seen this a couple of times this week.
Almost all the members of this panel are accepting, including yourself, are accepting millions of dollars from the pharmaceutical industry.
Oh, no,
and
no,
protecting their interests.
I thought that would come. No. I ran for president like you. I got millions and millions of contributions. They did not come from the executives. They did not come from the executives. They did not come from the executives. They did not come from the executives.
1.5 million.
Yeah, out of 200 million. All right, but
out of.
You have not answered. Last question.
Like Chanda and I were talking about in the green room, it came from the pharmaceutical industry, but there were the health industries, the insurance companies, and everything else. Do individuals working for these places not have a vested interest in those exact places that they...
Exactly.
So the money did come there, Bernie. Don't try and put lipstick on a pig.
Well, and if they were individual donations, why would they come in under Permanente, Kaiser Permanente, or fucking, Molina or United Healthcare, I
I'm
get
highly
the
suspect.
Unions.
Yeah, I'm highly suspect.
You're not going to convince me, Bernie.
If it's a politician, they're corrupt. That's just all there is to it. They're corrupt.
Bernie nowadays.
Bernie has burned his bridge, Bernie. So that's where it at. Now, we had somebody very nice of them cut this of you from your show on Monday. Do you want to tell us about it?
Kelly Lane was watching my show on Monday. She heard me complaining, and this really did piss me off. You guys know if you watch my show. When RFK Jr. said that I'm a drain on the pool because I smoked and I gave myself cancer and I don't deserve health care as a human right. And Kelly cut this and she added some backgrounds to it, which I think are very appropriate. Okay, so there was one thing that RFK Jr. said that really fucking pissed me off. And I know some of you probably saw me over on X complaining about this. As a person with lung cancer, I can't even believe he said this. Okay, so Bernie says, do you support Medicare for all, universal health care? Yes or no? And this was his response.
Agree with me that the United States should join every other major country on earth and guarantee health care to all people as a human right.
Is it a human right?
No.
Senator, I can't give you a yes or no answer to that question.
Health care a human right. Is health care a human right?
Is it?
In the way that free speech is a human right,
yeah.
I would say it's different because with free speech doesn't cost anybody anything, but in healthcare, if you smoke cigarettes for 20 years and you get cancer, you are now taking from the pool
that I paid into.
And so are you guaranteed the same right, or is there also a duty?
I'm sorry. I'd love to talk for an hour with you. We got 2 minutes left here. All right.
I'd love to talk to you. What a shithead fucking answer. I was so fucking livid when I saw that. He was directly calling me out. How do I not take that personal? that I'm a drain on the fucking pool. The pool that I paid into with my tax dollars for fucking 35 years. How am I a drain on that fucking pool, motherfucker? Not to mention that I was born in an era where every single one of my family members had a fucking cigarette hanging out of their hand because they were told by Big Pharma and by our government that it was safe. It was safe. They encouraged them to fucking smoke in the 50s and 60s. So this one just sent me over the fucking moon. I was so mad. Fuck
I can
you.
tell.
I'm a drain on the pool. Hello. I put that water in that pool. What are you talking about? Yeah, that the whole way, all the way around, that hearing fucking pissed me off. Both left and right. It was just so gross. And yeah, I'm a drain on the pool. Fuck you, RFK Jr. You know, I say that about him and his stance on Israel because he's a big Zionist ass licker anyway. So, fuck him. But to say that to me, to say that to anybody who is fighting fucking lung cancer, which a lot of these lung cancers are not being spurred on by smoking. They're being spurred on by the fucking chemicals and the poisons that's in our water and our air and in our fucking food. And he knows that. He knows that. So, yeah, that pissed me so off the other day. I sent Oz a message and said, I am fucking done with the internet today. If I stay on and listen to any more of this shit, I'm just going to lose it and be screaming at everybody. So, yeah, fuck him. I'm a drain on a system that I already paid into.
That my parents paid into.
Yeah.
And both of my
too.
parents never got on Social Security. They just dropped dead. So they never got years of payouts. They just paid in. So how am I a fucking drain when my whole family has paid into that? And let us not forget that they used to put cigarette fucking rations into the military guys' fucking packs during World War II. I mean, we're coming out of generational brainwashing about fucking tobacco use. So you could buy a pack of cigarettes bedside in 1950 in the hospital, but I'm a drain.
Let me to Bernie's question. Let me kick it up a notch. Tell me if you think I'm wrong. Healthcare is a humane right. It's a humane right, and I think healthcare should be available to all creatures, large and small, horses, elephants, any creature that needs it. Human beings. So it's a humane right. Don't just stop at human right. Let's do humane right because it's the human.
We have the technology.
It's
we
the humane.
It's
the humane thing to do is healthcare for all, not insurance, not medical insurance.
Access.
Healthcare.
Access.
Not that shit. So anyway,
I'm tired of that shit.
I think RFK. Just whatever. He can go screw himself.
Yeah,
whatever.
He pissed down his leg with that one. Anthony, thank you so much for the super chat. Says smoke him if you got him. And Crazy Puppet says smoke him. There you are.
Smoke him. Babylon B, Congress members to wear barcodes so lobbyists can scan prices at self-checkout. I love that. You know, back in 2003, I used to make NASCAR racing uniforms with all the logos of the companies. I was doing this in 2003, guys. I know I wasn't the only one, and it wasn't originally my idea, but I thought of it around the same time because we have an asshole in Washington State named Rick Larson who's a cuck.
Oh, gosh.
All he does is lick ass. And I made one just for him, and it had all of his logos and everything. He was a lobbyist for the dental industry before the suckers up in the 1st Congressional District voted him in office. And he's been in there ever since, doing nothing. So, yeah, that's what we got. That's what we got. Moving right along. Oz on his soapbox. Oh, Jamie Ratskin.
Yeah, I thought you'd like to see the Jamie Ratskin. Jack's page says, when did Bernie ask the same question to Biden? Ooh,
he forgot about that for 4 years. Jack, he forgot about it.
For the super chat. That was
Thank you, Jax. Thank you so much. Well, breaking news. You got this?
Breaking news, Jamie Raskin discusses a possible impeachment. Oh, is it already impeachment?
Oh, my God.
Of Donald Trump for illegal executive overreach, executive order overreach. Find 2 Republicans and I'll go to work tomorrow. We need 2 Republicans who have enough courage to say he crossed the line.
Oh, kiss my ass.
Here we go
asshole.
again.
There we go again.
And let's see, watching Western Society from inside Western Society. Yeah, that was pretty bad.
And you brought Professor Mersheimer.
Of course I did.
I actually have no positive words. I think things are only going to get worse. I don't think most people understand how much trouble we're in.
I do.
As I tried to make clear, I think the Russians will win in Ukraine. I think this will have negative consequences for Europe. It'll do significant damage to NATO. I think that nationalism is a growing force around the world. I think the liberal regimes that dominated during the unipolar moment in Europe are in trouble. I think if you look at the American domestic political situation, especially with regard to what's happening with Donald Trump and how he thinks about democracy, I think it's quite clear that the United States is in trouble. With regard to the Middle East, I think the Israeli-Palestinian conflict is only going to get worse. You and I have talked here today about the Israeli-Iranian conflict. It's hard to see that one settling down. And I think in many ways, the most dangerous situation, certainly from an American point of view, is East Asia and the possibility of a war between the United States and China.
You don't want to see that. No.
Right. The only thing that was keeping us from a war with China was the trade. Well, now that we've got this fucking trade war going, the rest of the world's reevaluating how they look at all of us.
Well, yeah. I mean, they're all flaunching at the bit because of BRICS. So they better figure it out real quick.
Yeah, because they've been being screwed by the American dollar for, how many decades now.
Unfortunately, one of my releases in the morning when I get up is I get up in bed, I sit on the edge of the bed, and I just put my head down and say, we're fucked. And that's how that's how I just start my day. I know it sounds negative, but it's that release in the morning. We're fucked. Okay, girls, you ready to go poo-poo? Okay, so then I go out there and do the dogs. So, they expect it. What's Galloway talking about today? Is he pissing people off or what?
BB's in town getting his ass licked by everybody, left and right. So let's hear what Mo's had to say about it. Joey Galloway.
That's what I said, really. I would say, Jennifer, in my monologue. I think it's a good thing for us. It reveals in all its ugliness and absurdity the actual goals of Netanyahu and the man he's leading by the nose, Donald Trump. Unless you think Trump is leading him, I personally think it's Netanyahu, the evil genius, that's leading the idiot savant Donald Trump, who is actually, let me be the first to say this, and I say it with no pleasure, I'm beginning to wonder about Trump on the old senility front. I'm beginning to think that we might be in the same boat with him that we were with Joe Biden. Agree. I'm looking for explanations for what Trump did yesterday, and premature senility has obviously got to be one of the hypotheses.
I don't know.
He couldn't be wrong. I mean, I could see it. All Trump cares about is getting the accolades and pumping his fists and dancing and thinking, hey, I'm the cool guy. Everybody loves me. So, yeah. How much is he actually thinking about this shit? I don't know. So what are we talking about? Of course, that is Donald Trump's announcement that Gaza is now America's. We bought it. We paid for it. It's ours. So the Gaza Strip would be turned over to the United States by Israel on the conclusion of fighting. Oh, no more fighting. And the Palestinian people, like Chuck Schumer, would have already been resettled far safer and more beautiful communities with new and modern homes in the region. They would actually have a chance to be happy, safe, and free. The U.S. working with great development teams from all over the world, aka subcontractors, would slowly and carefully be constructing of what would become one of the greatest and most spectacular developments of its kind on Earth. No soldiers by the U.S. would be needed. Stability for the region would reign. There you are. We got a timeshare. U.S. bought a timeshare.
You broke it, you bought it. You broke it, you bought it.
Yeah, you broke it, you bought it.
You got another one down there from Crazy Puppet. He's the wild man tonight.
Bro, Russia is winning in Ukraine. All political international agreements by old standards are annulled due to Minsk Accord being a sham. First, Russian changes construction. Second, what are you going to do to facilitate the peace under new environment? Yeah, can we get peace in the Ukraine? I mean, they're very adamant. They're just, they want Russia to say they lost and to pull out. And we all know Russia's not going to do that, right?
Yeah, potential international agreements by old standards are annulled due to the Minsk Accords. Yeah, I agree. I absolutely
totally agree.
Then
totally
you've got
Crazy Puppet.
Then you've got the president of the United States scooching Netanyahu's chair in. What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. When your date has all your Epstein footage.
Oh my God, yeah, that's so terrible.
So they all turned out in forces to lick his ass and bow down to him, because
isn't that what they do? That's their job,
that's what
right?
they do.
Lick
left or right, it doesn't matter.
Lick the bum. Lick the bum.
Lick the bum.
What do we got
so here is BB's motorcade getting egged by the White House.
Oh my God, that must have been thousands of dollars of eggs. There's a $20 one.
Yeah, $20 a shot.
$20 an egg. Oh my gosh. What are they? Kool-Aid? Hawaiian Punch?
Eggs, I think. I don't know. How long is this damn thing?
It's
you
over.
can stop it. Yeah, you can stop it.
Yeah, it's over.
You're just rerunning it.
What's this other
Okay,
one?
well, we saw a run on eggs at Costco this week. Now we know why.
There were no eggs at my Costco. Here you go.
Yeah, there's hardly any eggs at my stores either. They
So
were gone in less than 10 minutes. Why are people buying that many fucking eggs? You goddamn hoarders, you selfish pigs. Why?
Because they're selling
like
them on the
toilet paper.
side. They're selling them on the side.
It's just like toilet paper. Why do you got to take more than you need?
Yeah, I have to draw the line at toilet paper.
You brought those.
Much to President Biden's chagrin and all the shitlibs out there, the crybabies that are screaming about Joe Biden getting his security clearance removed. I'm asking the question, well, what are you talking about?
What are they talking about?
What are you talking about?
Let me ask you then something that you do have oversight of as president. Should former President Trump still receive intelligence briefings?
I think not.
Oh.
Because of his erratic behavior.
Erratic behavior.
Related to.
Well, what's good for the goose?
I mean, you've called him an existential threat. You've called him dangerous. You've called him reckless.
Yeah, I have, and I believe it.
What's your worst fear if he continues to get these intelligence briefings?
Wake up, Joe.
I'd rather not speculate out loud. I just think that there's no need for him to have that intelligence briefing.
Well,
what
there's
value
no need
is
for
giving
you.
him an intelligence briefing? What impact does he have at all, other than the fact he might slip and say something?
But you won't in your cognitive state.
There's no need for Bill Clinton to have it, or Barack Obama, or definitely Joe Biden. What
Or Blinken.
Blinken, Jesus Christ, Satan's Hitler right there, Anthony Blinken.
Yeah,
So
Miller. I mean, pull it back from all of these freaking war hawks. What do you got Nancy Pelosi up in the corner?
Oh, what do I got with Nancy? I've got Nancy Pelosi up there. Nancy Pelosi claims that Democrats did not lose in this election cycle. She said that this week. Democrats lost the minute they rigged two primaries, 2016 and 2020.
Yeah.
That's when Democrats lost. Sorry, Nancy. Hate to tell you. I brought Neil Oliver. He's, We are in agreement on these points, and I just want to give this an encore to what us and a lot of our sisters and brothers have been saying, and I might have something else to say about that later in the show, but here we go. Give this a listen.
Just last week, Marco Rubio, new US Secretary of State, talked to US journalist Megyn Kelly about the war in Ukraine.
The dishonesty that has existed is that we somehow led people to believe that Ukraine would be able not just to defeat Russia, but destroy them, push them all the way back to what the world looked like in 2012 or 2014, before the Russians took Crimea and the like. And in the result, what they've been asking for the last year and a half is to fund a stalemate, a protracted stalemate, in which human suffering continues.
From the moment Russia crossed the border into Ukraine, some of us were saying there was more to know about that story. We pointed to the US-led coup in 2014. We asked about Nazis in the Ukrainian army. We pointed out that despite a 1990s promise that NATO would not expand an inch into Eastern Europe, that NATO had actually advanced 1,000 miles into the east and all the way to Russia's front door. And for that, we were Putin apologists, Reds under the bed, and all the rest. By now, commentators are talking openly about 1 million dead in Ukraine, 1 million souls in the ground, a generation of a country dead. Lies were pushed. A peace deal was scuppered. Any questions about Hunter Biden and dodgy dealings with Ukrainian energy company Burisma were loudly shouted down. Hundreds of billions of dollars, pounds and euros were laundered through that benighted country for the enrichment of those opposed to peace and favouring attritional war without end. And now 1 million people are dead. And the US Secretary of State talks about dishonesty, about how the people footing the bills were not told the truth. This should be staggering information, and yet it's just a soundbite that makes no amends and anticipates no consequences. Rubio is still trotting out the stuff about Putin being a very bad man, as if the Russian president is the only bad man in this dreadful story of lies and deceit and the pursuit of profit at the expense of 1 million lives and counting. The same was true all the way through the COVID scam, the pandemic that never was. Questions were asked. It was pointed out that vast fortunes were being made by those pushing the policies that ended and ruined lives. It was at least suggested that Big Pharma had inappropriate influence when it came to those policies. And again, all of it was loudly shouted down and shut down. Allegations of profiteering furiously denied. Until we get to the point when, even now, when RFK Jr. seeks to be confirmed in a position from which he might challenge Big Pharma, politicians at the highest level, undeniably in the pocket of Big Pharma, benefiting from and owing their positions in no small part to Big Pharma, man the barricades on behalf of Big Pharma, lest their positions be assailed or overwhelmed. All of it stinks, and what it stinks of is corruption. What it says to me as well is that the powerful do not care what we the people know, far less what we the people think of them. Lies about disease, lies about war. When will any of that matter?
Yeah, they don't give a shit. They don't care.
They don't care that we know. They know we know. Did you see Boris Johnson get fucking screamed down here in the U.S.?
Yeah, it's in the deck.
About lying?
It's in the deck, yeah. Boris.
You know, not only that, we were called conspiracy theorists for bringing real fucking numbers about what was happening in Ukraine for the last fucking 2 years, right? Oh, you guys are lying. You're inflating the numbers. No,
we're not
weren't lying.
Matter of fact, we were some of the few that were saying, you know, particularly in Gaza. I don't know what the numbers are in Gaza now, but I'm telling you, when all said and done, it's going to be closer to 500,000 people. Not 100 or 200,000.
70,000. Yeah.
Yeah, it's bullshit. Bullshit.
And it's all children too. Not to mention.
So is this Bibi and his son or what?
Well, he had to stop off and get some ass licking from the Democrats while he's at it. And since Fetterman is their head of party now, have you seen them tapping him as the future of the party? Like,
Fetterman doesn't have a chance in holy hell of becoming president ever. You know, unless they rig it like they rig it and rig it and rig it.
Oh my
so
God.
They can go
What
to hell.
is it? Yeah, ideology.
Is this a Princess Bride here?
Well, yeah, this is the actor from Princess Bride, Wallace Shawn, and I got to agree with what he has to say here. And don't fuck all Hollywood. Some Hollywood's got it right.
Well, here's the thing. He's so old now. I think he's retired. I think the last thing I saw him on was that what was that Smart Kids show that
Big Bang. Yeah,
no,
he was
yeah,
on Big Bang.
yeah, and the kid. Anyway.
Sheldon.
Young Sheldon.
The Israelis invaded somebody else's territory. They took people's homes, and they did many of the things that the Nazis did to the Jews, and they're really doing it. Now they really are. You can't be more evil than what they're doing. They are doing
You might want to speed this
that
one
is
up. I
just
don't know how
as
long
great
it
as
is.
what the Nazis did, and in some ways it's worse.
Oh yeah,
because
this is a long
they kind
one.
of boast about it.
Right.
Hitler had the decency to try to keep it secret.
Right.
For some reason, Hitler didn't want people to know he was doing these things to the Jews. It was a secret.
Yeah, for some reason.
The Israelis are almost proud of it and don't keep it a secret, and it's demonically evil. It's you can't be more evil.
It is.
And anybody who doesn't recognize that it's evil, I can't probably communicate with that person. I don't know how. That might be temporary insanity. I can imagine that some Israelis who are today
Can I
in
stop it?
support of what they're
Yeah, you can stop it wherever.
or in the West.
Okay, I think
You
we
have
got
the
his-
power.
We got his point. I mean, he's absolutely right. It is evil. Evil is evil is evil when it's evil. And shooting children point blank in the chest and the head.
Sniping them.
Sniping them, yeah. I mean...
blowing them up with phosphorus, cattling them into refugee camps so they can blow them up. Let us not forget about the flower massacre where they brought them all in because they're starving and then fucking opened up on them.
Snipe them, yeah. What's this? You brought this one.
Trump proposes resettling 1.8 million Palestinians and takeover of Gaza to build the Riviera of the Middle East. Yeah, he actually said that. The Riviera of the Middle East.
Yeah, well, good luck with
It's a
that.
big time share with Jared Kushner at the helm, right? So Crazy Puppet, thank you, says Russia inherited a Soviet, inherited of Soviet debts and history. Russia is not Soviet patriarch due to parliament type of government. Lenin was an immigrant or an ingrate. Stalin was a Georgian. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I've actually been paying a little bit more attention to Russian history because Americans are not taught it, right?
Most of the upper governance in Israel is like Netanyahu's from Poland, and a lot of these other people are from other countries around the world. Is this that woman that does the Jesus Christ is the Lord and Savior?
So she's the official White House
rapper
God leader. I can't remember what her official name is. I had it over on my deck and I brought this over. So Trump says, as long as we are true to our values and loyal to our citizens and faithful to our God, then we will not fail. So yeah, this is Trump's personal pasture, I guess.
Hey, Trumpy, you don't send millions of dollars of bombs to God wouldn't like it to kill children. So just so you know. Here you
Apparently go. God's okay with it. Paula White, that's her name. Thank you, Deborah. God rules.
When I walk on White House grounds, God walks on White House grounds. I had every right and authority to declare the White House as holy ground because I was standing there, and where I stand is holy.
To say no to President Trump would be saying no to God. And therefore,
oh my God!
We are in a
remember that, women.
War right now. Let every demonic network that is aligned itself against the purpose, against the calling of President Trump.
What is she saying no to?
Let it be torn down in the name of Jesus.
You want me to tell you what my thoughts are? The thoughts of the King of Kings, the thoughts of the Lord of Lords. I'm downloading heaven.
What is she?
Oh, no, not the tongues.
What
Those
the hell
aren't
is
even
that?
tongues. I grew up around people who talk in tongues, and that was not tongues. That was not tongues.
That was scary.
Yeah. So I brought you an encore. We brought this, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, but this is by far the funniest video. And I love the dude who's just walking around in the background like nothing's going on.
Strike and 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 strike until you have victory. For every enemy that is aligned against you, let there be that we would strike the ground, for you will give us victory, God. I hear a sound of abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of shouting and singing. I hear a sound of victory. I hear a sound of an abundance of rain. I hear a sound of victory.
I think we get it. Linda does. She's sitting there
totally
drinking some
get
tea.
It. We ran that before.
Yeah, no, that's great. And I see Ben Garrison's giving poor Lindsey Graham a hard time there. I love war. Now go and die for me. I'm dying for Lindsey Graham. I don't know if that's something.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no. What's going on with this? Oh, you brought Hillary and her twin sister there. What the
Do you see the resemblance? I do.
I mean, they're twins. I swear, they're twins.
Bill would be happy. Bill would be excited to see that.
Oh, I'm sure. It doesn't take much to get Billy Boy excited.
I'm going to find the song, DC. I have the song where the guy has the guitar riffs to her going off. I have it.
Oh,
somewhere.
yeah,
I know
that's
we ran
right.
it years ago.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. So
I'll dig through my drive and see.
Who's the dude with his hat on backwards?
Gaddafi? Oh, no. Somebody talking about Gaddafi.
Okay. Let's hear him out.
Most people know at this point that Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, and NATO overthrew the government of Muammar Gaddafi in Libya, plunging the country into utter chaos. But did you know that you can actually read Gaddafi's theory for how he wanted to develop his country in what's called the Green Book? And once you do, you'll understand why the U.S. wanted to overthrow this man. And no, it's not because he was a horrendous dictator who was murdering his own people and eating their puppies. In fact, Gaddafi spends much of this book laying out how the country's democracy will look and explaining that power needs to come from the bottom up, not the top down. The real reason the U.S. wanted to overthrow Gaddafi was because of what he lays out in Chapter 2 of this book, the solution to the economic problem, socialism. See, what Gaddafi did was barred multinational corporations from extracting Libya's resources and instead invested those resources in Libyan development. He created tons of jobs and social programs for the working people, which made Libya one of the most prosperous countries in all of Africa. He also planned to create a development bank for Africa so these countries would no longer be dependent on the Western-dominated IMF and World Bank. This would have greatly weakened U.S. power and the freedom of multinational corporations to exploit Africa's resources, and so the U.S. had to take Gaddafi out. I mean, they didn't have to, but they had to if they wanted to continue robbing Africa. And now Libya's been transformed from one of the richest countries in Africa to a country where slaves are being traded out in the open. They're in a perpetual state of civil war where warlords are fighting in the power vacuum that NATO created. But at least Africans don't have a development bank that can help them build infrastructure. Yeah, that would have been tragic for Western bankers.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened. Exactly.
Yeah. We came, we saw, he died. Ha we still have control. And what they've done to Libya is a shame. And we've called it. They're gonna do it in Syria. They're already working on it in Syria.
Well,
they're gonna do it.
They're
Yemen,
not gonna. This BRICS thing ain't gonna be so easy. So they better be damn careful with that, or they're gonna end up in a big bad war, and we are fucked. The same people who claim Kamala Harris wouldn't displace Palestinians are the same people who said it was too complicated to comment while a genocide unfolded. Are
you dealing with these fucking morons? They're all over my fucking Facebook. Like, I spent the whole other night just battling these assholes, and it's friends of mine, people I know in real fucking life. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You said nothing over the freaking decades, let alone the last year. And now all of a sudden you want to pop up and act like the Democrats would save the Palestinian people. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. And this is to the point right here. You put this on here.
People who protest war crimes get longer sentences than people who commit war crimes.
Every single time. Fiorella, Fee says. You brought a Fee says. There you go.
Fee says. You said Fee and Pasta had a really good show today. I didn't catch it.
It was yesterday. It was a fantastic show. They had Derek Bros on calling out some of our sisters and brothers who are probably feds. And I didn't say Ian Carroll's name, but, you know.
A lot of people call it Ian Carroll out. You guys seeing that? I'll probably cover it on Monday's show. Anyways, we kind of always knew. I mean, you don't rise to the top of the algorithm and get out there in front of millions of people in the space that we're in unless you're a plant, right? Mm-hmm. Sophie says much of the aid was done during Trump's own administration in 2016 or 2019. In fact, a VOA CIA media put out Trump's triple aid to Guaido to the tune of $552 million. Those not asking themselves why Trump and company woke up and decided to oppose the very agency that they also have been using ain't bright. Exactly.
Exactly.
They used it.
I think this poll is all wrong. I think it's more like 25% favorable and 75% unfavorable at this point. That's just my feeling. I don't have a favorable bone in my body for the Democratic Party. It should be shuttered, and the GOP should be on notice. So that's all I can tell you.
All the dinos and rhinos need to go.
They all need to go. And then we have the Babylon Bee once again comes in, and Democrats delay Kash Patel vote as FBI hasn't finished shredding all their documents yet. And I think that's probably not so Babylon Bee, but more reality.
That's more of a reality than anything, don't you think?
I do. I really do think so. And you brought this. This is Nancy Pelosi racing out to her car to avoid the press. Is that what this
fuck,
is?
we need term limits so bad. Shady Acres.
Hey, you're making soap there while Nancy's you're going to have that soap done before Nancy makes it to the car.
I know. We need term limits. This is ridiculous. I want to see her get down and kneel with her kente cloth now.
Yeah, let's see you do that, Nancy. Do you see all these Chuck Schumer and Ilhan Omar and is that Raskin and who's the other one?
Yeah, I've got clips for Monday. We're going to go over it on Monday. I've got all the clips. This is kind of loud. We will win.
No, you won't. No, you won't. God, the spontaneity and the energy from the crowd is just astounding. Not,
we haven't seen Maxine Waters in a long fucking time, but they sure dusted her off fast this week.
Oh my God in heaven, did they? Am I on the right slide there, Shanda? I think so. You brought Nick?
I brought Nick in a hot spot.
Western propagandists around the world are freaking out now that the USAID funding was pulled. It is now being revealed that USAID funded Western propaganda, paying over 6,200 journalists at over 700 news outlets. And among them was Reuters, Politico, and the BBC that was paid to spread neoliberal, pro-war propaganda. The conspiracy theorist was right once again. The implications of this is astounding. This means American taxpayer money was used to propagandize their own citizens. This should be a massive, massive scandal. The same corporate media outlets who advocated for the censorship of Americans was being paid and funded by the United States government. This also means that Joe Biden paid NPR, Politico, Reuters, and the BBC to kill the Hunter Biden story and to cover up the corruption of his family. Not only that, the Biden administration used these Western outlets to push his wars and genocides. These Western outlets, funded by the United States government, strongly supported Biden's crazy war against Russia and Ukraine, and then smeared other Americans who did not support the war as Putin puppets and American traitors. In fact, USAID was funding anti-Russia propaganda in Ukraine. 9 out of 10 Ukraine media outlets was funded by USAID. The United States was funding a global network of journalists to spread empire propaganda, including rabid anti-China hate and advocating for war against Russia. Joe Biden and the United States used our taxpayer money to pay off Western journalists to become complicit with their genocide. Remember, guys, all of this is legal because Barack Obama signed an executive order allowing the CIA to collude with the media to propagandize the American people. This is exactly why all corporate media sounds exactly the same and why Americans are 100% right to have distrust for legacy media.
This is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 This is extremely dangerous to our democracy. This is.
And it goes on and on.
Oh yeah,
and on.
You know, and the thing that we learned though is like the Politico payments, those were for subscriptions supposedly to the tune of only like $44,000. But there's two different subscription levels. There's the dumbed down propaganda for all of us, and then there's a higher tier of news that elected officials and, you know, the DC elites can access for a higher price every week. Did you know that?
They buy the more expensive table every time. So
yeah,
they can
exactly.
Be right up front. Shanda, did you hear the news?
What's that?
Wolfie Blitzer receives the Walter Cronkite Award for Excellence in Journalism. And special presentation, Walter Cronkite crawled out of his grave and shoved it up Wolf Blitzer's ass this week. It's quite a sight to say the least.
That
was quite a sight. Walter Cronkite was just disrespected by this piece of shit getting his award, and God knows how many assholes in the last since Walter died got it that didn't deserve it. Lights, camera bullshit. That's CNN and MSNBS. I can't wait till they get spun off out into Never Neverland. CBS is losing
seems like it'll
people
never
too.
happen.
Yeah, but they've got to go away. They've all got to go away. What you brought something
You've been
here
saying
with
that for a long time.
Alex Jones.
Judge blocks Sandy Hook family settlement in the Alex Jones bankruptcy. I can't do that, is what he said. So Alex is having the best day ever.
I didn't know they could do that. Can they do that? Stretch it out so long, or what?
Oh, yeah. And a judge can block it. A judge can do whatever he wants. So, I mean, I never thought that they were going to get the millions and millions. I mean, it was insane. Billion. Yeah, it was $1 billion, right? I mean, how do you squeeze $1 billion out of somebody? So,
well, you put them out of business is what you do.
That's what they were trying to do, and that was the whole fucking point. But he's back, and I brought a Katie Johnstone because Katie's always right on it.
Go for it.
Katie says liberals hate leftists for the same reason you hate someone at the theater. He keeps yelling, "Those are all actors. None of this is real." Liberals are trying to enjoy a fictional performance about their side being historical propagandists and protagonists, my bad, and leftists keep disrupting the illusion. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
What's this? Is this a file?
This is a trailer for a new truth stream. She did a 30-minute documentary on the surveillance state.
Is this Melanie?
Melissa
Drake.
The following, according to an order published at the end of the 17th century, were the measures to be taken when the plague appeared in a town. First, a strict spatial partitioning.
If you have something that you don't want anyone to know, maybe you shouldn't be doing it in the first place.
It's a sentiment that's meant to devalue any concept we might still be holding on to of our good old-fashioned 20th century personal privacy. The panopticon, which comes from the Greek words for all and seeing, began as an architectural concept for a prison, which British philosopher Jeremy Bentham spent 25 years of his life developing, which he personally described as a, quote, mode of obtaining power of mind over mind.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching
inside their minds first as the power system became instilled within the individual's psyche by inducing a conscious state of permanent visibility to ensure the automatic and continuous function of power over the individuals inside of it by the ever-present knowledge that you could be watched, but without ever knowing with absolute certainty whether or not you actually were being watched. So it's kind of like the Schrodinger's cat of Orwellian hellscapes, basically. Foucault's also referred to it as a laboratory of power and a privileged place.
You can cut it at any time. I just wanted to advertise this so people would go watch it.
Yeah, you should go watch it.
Because we love TrueStream.
Yeah, they great.
Do amazing documentaries over there. Go check out all of their work. You know, I followed them since 2016. They've done amazing work.
Yeah, no, they're great. They're
great researchers.
One more thing Shannon and I had in common: we both love TrueStream. This is Boris Johnson getting yelled at.
You did bring it.
But one thing I want to tell everybody: the person doing the yelling was absolutely in the right, and all these old fucks in here should be ashamed of themselves. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Yeah.
Mr. Boris, I have a question. How many lives do you think you could have saved in Ukraine if you hadn't stopped peace talks? The reports are...
Listen to all those assholes. Fuck every one of you. Fuck all of you. Fuck all of you.
Do you support President Trump or Daniel Lammy, who is there right now, halting peace talks like you were?
Fuck all you guys.
How are we supposed to believe you that Putin is this imperialistic maniac?
Now, all of these people who are, most of them who are booing, these are staffers for this place. They're staffers.
Oh, yeah.
And I
boomers.
don't, how many times do we got to tell these people that are advocating for the best for all of us? And I congratulate them for going out. Don't go to these events by yourself. Take at least 20 per 100 people to an event.
That way the next one can step up. Yeah.
And they keep stepping up, so they shut the whole thing down. And because you're going to run into these, especially congressional staffers, they're the worst. They're the ones that are instructed to start booing when anybody starts heckling a congressional staffer. But these people in here who are going along with it should be ashamed of themselves. Is this...
I totally agree.
Who the hell is this?
I want to say Jilly says a judge has blocked the shutting of USAID. So a judge came in and stopped it.
I saw that today, and I don't know how long that's going to hold up. But yeah, I did see that, Jilly. Who's this guy? Is this a food thing?
Yeah, let's talk about the poisoned food we eat.
Cannot believe Whole Foods is doing this with their food now. We may need to boycott. All right, did you see this disclaimer? There's like 30 different produce tables here, but this is hidden all the way over here. Like you have to actually go and find it. Some fruits and vegetables arrive in our stores coated with wax. What I actually have a serious problem with is these synthetic waxes they're using: polyethylene, naphtha, paraffin, and mineral oil. Polyethylene is like basically putting microplastics on your fruit. These others are all petroleum-based. Fossil fuel. Here's what you're going to want to do. Number one, always buy organic produce for the fruits and vegetables that are going to have the skin exposed, like apples and cucumbers. Number two, always wash your produce in a solution like water and vinegar or water and baking soda. Number three, you can peel the skin. How you doing? We need to be realistic about this. Buying any fruit and vegetable, even if it has a wax coating, is going to be way better than any ultra-processed food. Share this with a friend who shops at Whole Foods, but in reality, I would not be surprised if they're doing this at every grocery store. Later.
We peel everything. Anymore, we don't take a chance. We peel everything, and I highly recommend it. I just want to throw this in here real quick. Look at all the crap in Wonder Bread. It's a wonder you can live after eating this shit. So, you know.
My grandma's, they always bought Wonder Bread. They would be so sad.
Joey's making our own bread now. She's a bread aficionado, so that's
I wish I had a bread aficionado to live with and make me bread.
She makes sourdough bagels. She just made Irish soda bread the other day.
Jealous.
I can't eat any of that stuff. You make a great Veronica Lake, by the way. New study finds an entire spoonful of microplastics in people's brains, and 3 times that much in those with dementia. And you know what?
Explains it.
It does. I think it does explain a lot of what's going on here.
So my head hurts so bad.
Yeah, it could be. What do you got here, Chanda?
This is a river in Argentina. They don't know what caused it, but they're doing testing, so you know.
All right, here we go. It's red?
Yep. Woke up one day and it just turned red this week. We already know a lot of times that's phosphorus. It's chemical runoff from, industrial shit.
Could be red clay. No,
it's not red clay. It's a chemical reaction. We've seen this happen over and over all over the world, so they'll figure it out. It's some kind of phosphorus reaction.
I've seen some
Snork,
pretty.
good to see ya.
Snorky, what's going on? Potassium permagate, yeah.
Political algae, yeah, that would be iron deposits. I don't know. I'll keep an eye on it and let you know. Did you hear there was a massive earthquake this afternoon?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, and we've got seismic shit going on all over the freaking globe, like Japan and Greece and Chile. Like, yeah, be careful out there, man. I think the technoplates are getting ready to go off.
Yeah, where volcanoes are grumbling and grumbling. What is this? Is Donald Trump do? paper straws. We're not going to do paper straws. We're going back to plastic.
Yeah, he will be signing an executive order next week to end the ridiculous Biden push for paper straws, which don't work. Back to plastic. So there you go. Yay. Tackling the real fucking problems.
Just buy a stainless steel straw for life. I don't know. With despair, true optimism begins the optimism of the man who expects nothing, who knows he has no rights and nothing coming to him, who rejoices in counting on himself alone and acting alone for the good of all. And that's Jean-Paul Satire. And yeah, I like that. I like that quote. It's a little bit dated, but it rings true today. And if you notice, I animated the picture. So that was
Jody, I saw Santorini had 200 earthquakes. That's crazy. I've always wanted to go there.
Now you brought.
Did it finally blow? It will finally blow, I think, at some point.
You brought this one. What the hell are you doing here, Shanda? What's going on with this?
Oh, well, I thought this was interesting. The CIA designed a fake scrotum was meant to help drown male pilots, downed male pilots. So if it was if your plane went down, conceal a small escape radio securely. Assuming security guards would avoid they assumed that security guards would avoid searching the genital areas. However, it was never used in the field. So there you go. Get yourself a fake scrotum in case your plane crashes.
Shit, that looks like the ears off of a chocolate bunny that's been broke off and dropped on the floor with
around on the carpet.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. I know.
Oh my God, so gross.
That is gross. That is gross. And we are back
to the CIA coming up with the good ideas. You know.
Hollywood, go fuck yourself. And I have to say, Hollywood's doing a stellar job of fucking themselves, especially Disney. And some of these shows on television are just they're doomed. They're doomed. What do we got? One of the most popular shows on what is it, ABC, High Potential with Olsen. They've only got 12 episodes for the whole year. I mean,
I don't even know what that is, though.
Nobody's.
I don't watch that
she's like this quirky consultant for the cops, and it's popular. We watch it. It's funny. It's cool. You know, it's different. 12 episodes.
I think that
Shanda.
only your generation actually watches syndicated, mainstream media like that. I don't think any of us really do.
Yeah, I think you're better off not to, because the writing on most of the stuff's terrible. I did it twice. I need to hear. I just double banged them. Now was this the Grammys? Is this
well, we've had, we had the People's Choice Awards this week. We've had the Grammys. The Grammys, what a shit show. So Will Smith's youngest showed up with a castle on his head. So when you thought you were going to get some attention for wearing a house on your head, but then a girl shows up naked. Yeah, Kanye's wife showed up naked. Like naked. Like naked. We don't even have to bother to wear clothes anymore. She's always naked.
What a competition. And then you brought Epstein Island there, I see. So
Epstein Island, yep.
Yeah, we're about out of here. We've got
the Grammys are dead for me. Yeah, the Grammys did die for this. Yeah, the Grammys.
And don't even waste your time on the Oscars, because I don't even know of any of these movies, and I still watch movies sometimes, but it's crazy.
I was gonna go see the new Dylan movie with Timothée Chalamet. It's only in theaters for another week, and it's only been in theaters for like maybe 6 weeks, if that. I was like, what the fuck? Like, okay, must not be that good. So
yeah, I'm not gonna come to streaming.
Hemp,
50,000 uses and benefits. We've known this for a long time. And then there's a guy with his Christmas tree there. And this is why the weather is so messed up, Shanda. Groundhog Phil is smoking his bong. And who needs one of those? I wish I could do this. I'm vibing and I can't get up. And that would be a great pill minder right there. I think that's perfect.
Would.
And a secret compartment for your doobies.
For your joints. The doobies. You guys call them doobies.
And
this is my favorite meme of the night.
There it is.
The end of the world will be on February 14th in the year 2024. Valentine's Day. Bummer. Who knows what movie this is from? Of course, this is Ghostbusters, and that is Dr. Peter Venkman.
Venkman!
I'm looking forward to that. February 14th, 2025.
Yeah, so am I. So am I. Today is engagement day. Make your pronounce. What did I call it in the rundown? I can't even remember what the hell I called it. I never knew they had such a day, but it's the week before Valentine's Day. So make your
What,
plan.
if people supposed to get engaged a week before Valentine's Day? I never knew that.
Yeah, that's what this is.
Huh.
Yeah,
Oh.
this is. Anyway, we have me and Allie here, and groceries be like, and yeah, that's shopping for groceries these days, especially hamburger. $19.95 for a little tiny pack of Playhouse hamburger. Valentine's
Shit, try
Day.
buying a steak.
Yeah, I'm gotta give up all that stuff anyway, I think. Valentine's Day plan: 1, breakfast in bed; 2, chocolates; 3, watch a movie; 4, dinner for 2; and 5, regretting eating 2 dinners. I think that's pretty
That's sad.
that's correct there. And we've got over here, we have got New Yorker's version of Groundhog Day. We see this and we know spring has arrived. Yeah, I would say that's pretty much the case. And there's a Cheerios ad up there. The shape you heart is back, and that's Cheerios, and for some reason there's an ad for Roundup in there. I don't know why.
Yeah, don't eat that shit. It's full of Roundup and trisodium phosphate. You can clean your windows and freaking kill some plants while you're at it.
Yeah, Zoom meetings are just a modern seance. Is there someone who wants to join us? Elizabeth, are you there? We can't hear you. Can you hear us? Yeah, that's a Zoom meeting, I would say. Oh my God. That's so
I thought that was funny.
I'm throwing a couple of old movie posters in here now that I can animate them. They're kind of cool. Heavy Metal. That was 1985, and to this day, it's still got some of the best music in it, and it was so well done. It was your youth. Bell bottoms, bib overalls. I'm still wearing those. Flip-flops. Light hair, hippies, peace, love, rock and roll. It was the 70s, and I loved them. Did you love the 70s, Chanda?
I was born in the 70s, so of course I loved them.
Of course you loved them. Remember when? I've got a few remember wins in here this week. And I'm sorry to say that I still have 2 of these items. Can you guess which 2 I have?
I don't know what that is. What is a pencil?
It's a styptic pencil. When you cut yourself shaving, guys, mostly, you take that styptic pencil, dab it in a little water, and put it on your bleeding port that you just cut, and it stops it from bleeding. And
you knew every day. I didn't know what that was.
And this is a set of measuring spoons, and I have a set just like that in the kitchen as we speak. As we speak. Do you remember what this square thing is?
If you ever used one of these, you're old. Yeah, that was the for the drive-in movie theater, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. I used to pull the plate off and wire it into my car stereo. So,
well, you know, they started using car stereos for my generation. Like when you get there, they tell you to tune in to blah 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 station.
AM whatever channel.
Yeah,
you could listen to it. And
we still have drive-ins around where I live. We still have our original drive-in.
According to today, they are going away, and they will be gone sooner than later. I think that's something that could possibly come back. Battling Tops, I had that game, and The Ballad of Jed Clampett. TV film series. Yeah, that was back in the day.
What was The Ballad of Jed Clampett? I don't know if I've ever heard it. Is it just a theme to Beverly Hillbillies?
Yeah, it was. They used to make albums. They did one for Star Trek too. Actually, they did a bunch of them. But it was just a
I love that reface of Linda. That's a great reface of Linda.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And you brought this one.
We didn't have Uber Eats or DoorDash in the 80s or 90s. We had the Schwann's truck. Oh, yes, fuck yeah. I love the Schwann's truck.
Yes, we did. And we have, I had that, when I was a little kid, I had that little radio there. I used to crank it. I thought that was the greatest thing.
And, you have to wind it up?
Yeah, you had to you cranked it and it played music, and I can't remember what songs it played because I was knee high to a grasshopper. I was really small. If you know, you know, and that is what is that, Chanda? You know what that is, right?
If you know, you know. I don't know. Is that a gas cap?
No, that good try. That is a joy buzzer. You used to put that on your finger and you shook hands with somebody and
okay,
buzz their hands. And I still have one of these can openers laying around here someplace too. I'm real.
Oh yeah, no, I had mine for years. I just replaced it, and finally the magnet quit working on it.
And I did have a Duncan yo-yo. As a matter of fact, I had it in 7th and 8th grade, and I was quite proficient at it. And I've shown this before. As a kid, this was our Chinese food. And it's just as shitty today as it was then.
I hated that shit. My mom would make that. The only thing I wanted was the crunchy noodles. Fuck the
yeah, that was
vegetables.
the only. Yeah, now they'd be soaked in glyphosate.
But now they're being tariff on them because
Sure, why not? And a show I used to watch with my dad, reliving the old days, Mannix. We enjoyed Mannix. That was a cop show or private eye show.
Of it.
It's 2025, and I'm still listening to music from the 70s. How about you, Chanda? You still listening?
Well, they're back in style, but that's Led Zeppelin. I recognize that album cover anywhere because I know album covers from the 70s. And yeah, you can go and buy albums now at Walmart. Haven't you seen? That's the new medium of music.
Yeah, that was really good. Now, this next one, I really have an issue with because when you want to say false advertising, this was the premiere.
What?
This was the premiere false advertising. This was the premiere battery.
I have one of those that I don't rub it on my face.
I mean, who you kidding, guys? Facial massager? Bullshit. That's like not exactly
I know.
what it is.
I wouldn't want to rub it on my face.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
But what does it say? It says, enjoy the benefits of cordless. I can't see it. It's blurry.
Massager, cordless massagers that gives gentle, penetrating massage to help soothe away tensions and helps increase circulation and works effectively as a battery aid to massage in cream and lotion and to improve skin tone. Contoured to use comfortably around the eyebrows, chin, and other parts of the body. Handy purse size, about 7 inches long, sturdy, high impact plastic, lightweight, and manageable. 2C batteries are included. $4.99. There you go. There you go.
$5 vibrator.
$5 vibrator. There you go. Now you just plug them into a USB port. After school in the 80s, it was Cheetos, all that poison food, TV, cartoons, clock radio.
Real Cheetos.
Yeah, and that's a VCR down there, and that came out in the early 80s was a VCR. So what are those poles there, Chanda? You get the prize if you guess what those poles are.
I don't know what they are.
Those poles, I'll put it back since I grabbed the wrong window. Those poles are what they used in schools that had the high windows. And that would reach up, and I imagine they had them in churches too, but they would open those windows.
We had one in my bar. Yeah, we have one in my bar to close the bar.
In the summertime, that's what they'd use. Well, we made it through the show, Chanda. We made it. And
my gosh.
Yeah, we are on time. I have to apologize. I've been a little low energy tonight, guys, but I'm trying. I'm trying. So what's the breakdown? What's going on? What are we going to do? What's coming up?
What are we going to do? I am building a show for Trailer Park Pundit on Monday morning. I have doctor's appointments all week again. I had doctor's appointments all this last week, including Cold Fusion, because he had stent surgery. And so this coming week, I have doctor's appointment, but we're going to pull off a show for Monday morning. So join me for TPP. Hello, Monday. I got lots of fun stuff.
Looking forward to that. I also want to thank everybody who supported us tonight. Special thanks for Crazy Puppet too. We really
Jax and
Kate and Willie Bragg and God, just I don't have the list of everybody. Who else did we get in here? We got
it only shows me one. I don't know.
Yeah, it shows everybody.
Back?
We appreciate it so much.
We appreciate it so much.
It's really getting tough for both of us, particularly now, because if you weren't here at the beginning of the show, yes, I have joined the Cancer Club. I do have cancer. And it's not anything near what Shanda's fighting at this point, and hopefully we have caught it early enough that we can get rid of that thing for me too. And sticking with Sister Chanda, and we're doing the best we can, and we're going to keep doing shows as long as we have the energy to do these shows, because we love bringing you a little bit of levity on a Saturday night. We love to bring you a place that you're not going to get the kind of information you are from a lot of our sisters and brothers who are doing great work reporting and research.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a breath of fresh air, maybe, or break. Little entertainment, little music, little fun.
Here to laugh at the hypocrisy.
And laugh at the hypocrisy. So we really enjoy doing this with you and for you. And thank you so much, everybody, for your continued support. Can't tell you enough. And, if there's any way that we can help you in a humble way, we will always do our best to do that. And happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there coming up. If I don't get a chance to say happy Valentine's Day. And Joey's
because we love you.
Yes, we do. Joey's Coffee. She's got a few orders over on Etsy. Joey's Coffee Roaster. If you want to check it out, she's doing another roast tomorrow. Send it out. That'd be great. Help us out there. And I think that's about it.
Mr. Worthless Eater.
Mr. Worthless
Guess what, Oz? Guess what? I didn't have to draw on my eyebrows today. I just had to fill them in. They're starting to grow back. Yay! I'm super excited. It was like a win for today. It was today's victory.
No, that's great. Are you going to have any more treatments?
Yes, I have to start immunotherapy, which is it's a lot like chemo, but I will only have to do it once a month, and it has a lot of bad side effects, but it should extend my life. I'm going to give an update on Monday on it, but I'm waiting for my insurance. Do you know my my radiation therapy costs $250,000 for just what I had done to my chest? Just the radiation. That doesn't include the chemo. And this immunotherapy is $100,000. So I'm waiting for my insurance company to approve it. So I've already cost my insurance company, when everything's said and done, probably close to $1 million with all of the testing that
and that's why they want to deny everybody. So yeah.
Deny. Yes. So it's expensive to have the type of cancer that I have, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Well, again, everybody, we're gonna go out with Fleetwood Mac tonight. I don't think I've ran this. But this is a great cover band. They do a marvelous job. Hope you enjoy it as much as we do. I think I've done The Chain a year or two ago, but this is a cover band and they do a great job. Hope you enjoy it. And Chanda will let you know Monday if we're going to be back next Saturday or not. There's a possibility.
I'm just going to play it by ear. I want to see how you're feeling. I don't want to wear you out, and I get worn out, but I just forced myself to get up here.
And I'll know what I'm going to be doing on the 17th, and I will share details that I can after I talk to my doctor, and we'll go from there.
Well, we're pulling for you.
We love you guys. We love you sincerely. We appreciate the wonderful support. So humbled, and hope you have a great week. You got last word, Chanda? We're out of here.
We're out of here. See you guys on Monday.
Bye, guys.